Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. My name's Tracy and I just wanted to show you a few little bits and pieces that I managed to pick up in Aldi when we had to get our little bits of Christmas shopping. So they had a few, I don't think they're new, I think these are old, left over from previous events, so they just were selling that. I know that in December they usually do a yarn event and there was meant to be one, but there isn't anyway. But they had a few packs of chenille, and although I did have some of these already, I thought I'd get some more to go with it. So the first one I got was this, and I love these colours. It's kind of neutral because it's pink and blue and white. I really liked this one. Now these are usually $3.99 for 4, but everything, all the packs were reduced to £2, which is amazing. Now this is really lovely and soft. The very first time they ever did the chenille, it wasn't as soft as this, but I kind of like this. It's really nice. Now this one is baby soft, so that's why. And for some bizarre reason it says 4 there, but that is not. That is obviously quite a super chunky, really, in reality. At least a chunky. Oh, hang on, we've got another little symbol. I don't know, I can't get to my... Oh, there it is. Underneath all the yarn is my little light. Let's put that on and see what we can see. I don't really understand what the other symbol's for, bizarrely. 5, bulky 5, that's what they say this is. But isn't that just lovely? You can see the silky sort of sheen to it. It's got a pattern included, which is, looks just like a blanket. I would anyway with this blanket. I did make one with a bobble stitch once. It was really thick and heavy, very warm. But I would just do kind of moss stitch, like crocheted moss stitch or knitted. It's just so big and bulky that it really doesn't. So this is 100 grams and approximately 95 meters. But I like it. It's kind of pretty colours. I did have a little bit of this before. I'm just looking to see if I can find a colour on here. But Moon Magic, that's what it's called, Moon Magic. So I got 4 of those, but as I say, I think there's more of it around from previous yarn hauls. That's one. I'll put that down there. And the next one I got is this really lovely minty green. It doesn't look as minty when I hold it like that as it really is in reality. Now this should be all the same sort of dimensions really, but I'm not absolutely sure. So we'll get one. We'll get one out and see. Now I wouldn't say this, it's not as soft as that one, I don't think. Well, I don't know, it's hard to say. It's got that lovely sheen to it. It's kind of a lot on the a lot on here. 95 meters. It feels like it's really tightly wound. Again, it says bulky 5. Any idea about a colour? Let's have a look. I don't know where that would be. It's not jumping out at me. So what's this for business? It says balls, oh, inside the pack. And a free pattern again. Looks like a different blanket, this one. It's obviously a different pattern. No idea if they're knitted or crocheted. And this one is called Mint Frosting, but it is a nice bright mint colour. It does look dull, but it's probably the lights. It's a nice minty colour. I'll put that one away. And again, 4 of those was just £2. That's 50p for 100, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Put that one down there as well. Now I got this before, and I was going, do you remember when I made, let me just have a quick bit of tea. My voice went really dry. A little while ago I made a garland of rainbows and clouds, and I was going to use this because it looks like little clouds, but it is this very strange looking pom-pom yarn, and I haven't figured out what I want to do with it yet, but it is this pinky dusky mauve pink, and it's got this pom-pom on a string. So whether that will be something I knit, or it would be good for using as a string in between garland or not, I don't know. But that was just too cheap to turn down, so I got that. And then this one, I got 3 of these because they only had 3 packs left, and I know I didn't have any of it already, and because it was a newer campaign. I think this was the last one they had. And again, this is so soft, baby soft, and Sky Blue Dot it's called, but it is absolutely lovely. I did have it in blue and green kind of dots before, and that was the blanket that I did make for Harley when he was first going into his cot. And other dimensions are all the same, but these were 4 for £2 as well, so I couldn't resist it. So I got 3 packs of 4, so that was absolutely amazing value. So I love this one. And let's see, does it have a, this one doesn't show a pattern, so I'm not sure if there is a free pattern on this one. If there is, it's just not shown, but there's plenty of them around. And as I say, the mostly, I would say moss stitch would get that to hay pedder. You know, it's quite bulky, so I'm going to leave these up here because there's 3 of those. And lastly, I got this white, and now I've used lemon on this one. When I did my baby bobble blanket, when I did the video, I showed a lemon blanket that I'd made, exactly the same stitch, but in this bulky lemon baby yarn. And they did a white and a lemon, and I have got a few packs of this, but it doesn't go very far, because if you look at this, you can see it is so much less on the ball, and it is really, really ultra squishy and silky. It's just beautiful yarn. And this is called White Sparkle, and there is a sparkle. It's not actually a lurex sparkle, but there is a sheen in it. I don't know if it's going to be picked up on the camera, but there is a silky sheen to the yarn, and the lemon one had it. And I showed that lemon blanket in that baby bobble pattern. It was just a way of, but this one says it's a bulky 6, which is very odd, because as a strand I would say it's finer. So I would say the others are a bulky 6, and so is this one, or thereabouts. But I think it's interesting how they do that, because, you know, it's it's definitely finer than the other one, which they called a 5. Crazy. I'm just trying to find the yardage. I know it's not very much on this one, and it's not in the same place, which is not very helpful. Oh, there is a pattern on this one. It says it's on the reverse of the label, but there's no picture of it, so I'm not absolutely sure if there's a pattern. Here we go, 100 grams, 95 meters, 100% polyester. So I suppose that was 95 meters, I think, but it's not as tightly wound on the ball as the other ones, so I would have thought there was less. But this is gorgeous stuff. It really is lovely, and it was lovely to work with. The only drawback is if you get a skein which has joins, because sometimes, I think that might show that silky, there you go. Sometimes when you get joins with this, they're not wound, because there's no weave and you know, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? I have no idea. I blame COVID, sorry, but it's not wound, so it's just cut off and tied. So if you get a join, you have to do away with their join and make your own more secure join. But that's the only problem. And I did have one ball when I made that lemon blanket, and I mentioned it in my tutorial. I'll put a link to that tutorial at the end, just so that you can see that it does make it makes a lovely blanket in this yarn as well, or anything similar. But I had one skein that had a few joins, whereas most of them didn't. But there was one that had about 2 or 3 joins in it, which I see, you know, can make people cross. But you know, there's not really much that you can do about it, I guess. It's just the way it's made. So that's it basically, but £2 for 4 can't be wrong. So that's why I thought I'd get a few, even though I really didn't need any on. So thank you for watching. Stay safe, take care, and see you soon. Bye for now.